everybody, this is Josh. Welcome to Game 6 in a best of 7 series. We have RGN.Spades as our blue Terran down in the bottom left corner of Xel'Naga Caverns. And up here in the top right we have Vile.Hawk, the reigning champion of the V. He's the red Zerg. He has defeated Rain Perfect and Check 6. This is Jimmy in previous weeks. Last week he actually 4-1'd This is Jimmy, so it's kind of surprising when Spades took a 3-0 lead to kick off week 24. The V is a King of the Hill style show match series for $100 each and every week, hosted by Complexity Gaming, sponsored by Creative Sound Blaster, PNY, and CupadUSA.com. I'm AskJoshy. You can check out my stuff on Twitter.com, Facebook.com, and most importantly, YouTube.com/AskJoshy. Check out my stuff after the series is over. Hawk actually fighting his way back the last 2 games, winning some really good ones actually on Metalopolis and Belshire Beach. Spades with a couple of missteps on both of those maps, but still very good of Hawk to fight his way back from a 3-0 deficit after 6 pool all inning on Terminus SE. That is just insanity from Vile.Hawk, but he is actually pulling it together now, and I'm very curious to see if he can take it the distance. A reverse 4-0 all kill, not a reverse all kill, it's not really a winners format team league or anything, but still be very impressive to come back from 3-0 and win it 4-3. So let's see if he can do it. It hasn't happened yet. Barracks coming up here at the ramp for Spades. Everything is normal and standard. Hawk doing the same thing he does every game, going hatch first at around 15, sending 1 scouting drone as well to take a look around Spades base, perhaps even build an extractor just to block Mr. Spades. Is he actually going to build a supply depot? Yeah, he's going to finish the wall off before the scouting drone even shows up, protecting against another 6 pool just in case. I don't know what I just said, but anyway, an interesting fact about Hawk versus Spades here. If you're a fan of IGN and the IPL, we have actually a feature called IPL Team Arena, and Team Rain, which Spades is a part of, is actually 3-0. They've won every single IPL Team Arena so far. They defeated EG, they defeated Complexity Gaming, and they defeated... Who did they defeat last week? They defeated EG, Complexity, and... man, now I'm blanking totally. It was Check 6, actually. So they defeated EG, Complexity, and Check 6. This week they are taking on none other than Vile Gaming, which Hawk is a part of. So check that out tomorrow. IPL Team Arena at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/IGN Pro League. But that's enough about that. Let's finish up the V here. We got Hatchery coming up now, soon to be done. Spawning pool already finished. Did he spend any gas yet? No, he hasn't. Just actually got that extractor up a moment ago. SCV taking a look around. Everything's pretty normal, so he should be happy to see it. Command Center coming up for Spades before a factory. That's kind of interesting. Normally he does wait until the first factory is at least dropped, but he doesn't have any extractors, so he, refineries, so he went for that super quick double refinery into Command Center. Interesting. Okay, let's see how that works out for him. He's going to probably flip that over to an orbital once again. Oh wow, he's bunker rushing. Okay, and Hawk is actually a player that I would expect Spades not to bunker rush, especially after seeing those games last week against Check 6. This is Jimmy, who bunker rushed every single game, and Hawk has shown that he knows exactly how to stop that from happening. Already had a spine crawler up, already had a queen ready, already had 8 lings or so prepared for that bunker. Spades abandoned it pretty quickly, but did lose 3 Marines as a result. Let's look at those units lost. Actually 2 Marines, excuse me, I was wrong. These lings still checking around for any sort of hidden SCVs, I suppose. Not exactly sure what would be hidden, but 3 Marines headed back now into the main factory, going down there for Spades. Finally, factory 2 actually, so he's getting 2 quick facts. I said last game Blue Flame Hellions would surprise me, but actually Xel'Naga Caverns is a very good map for Blue Flame Hellions. Hawk has shown some good anti-Hellion play so far. Actually, both games at Spades, when Blue Flames, he lost against Vile.Hawk. Vile.Hawk actually doesn't have a lair coming up yet. He actually abandoned his gas after getting the Zergling speed started and back over in the natural. Doesn't have any extractors either, so no gas income at all for our Zerg player. Well, excuse me, there's 1 drone. Very minimal gas income. It's going to be a while before he's able to make this lair at this rate. Back over in Spades main, we do have... What research is it going to be? It is going to be the Blue Flame. I'm surprised there's no reactor yet. He could actually afford it. He just wants those 2 Hellions out as quick as he possibly can. Orbital Command has been done for some time, dropping those mules, building lots of SCVs. Staying on a sort of 2-base advantage, basically, until he's able to safely take that natural expansion. Barracks goes up. Oh, and I'm getting a Skype call to play League of Legends, but unfortunately I'm casting the V. I cannot play League of Legends right now. I should set myself to busy on Skype, but I don't want to end the recording, so this is actually a tricky position. Someone want to set me to busy on Skype somehow? Anyway, 2 more barracks being dropped now. Orbital Command going over to the natural for Spades. He finally feels comfortable. There's a couple of Hellions, a couple of these... Marines hanging out as well. Stop calling me! They must not know that I'm casting the V, but they should, because they all follow me on Twitter. But there's a Roach Warren going up now for Hawk. Soon he will be prepared for these Hellions, Blue Flame Hellions, coming across for Spades. Only 4 so far for Spades. More coming out now. He'll be up to 6 in a moment. Tech Lab researching stim pack, so it looks like he's looking for a Marine Blue Flame Hellion timing push, which I am not too familiar with, actually. Let's see exactly what the numbers are. He's got 6 Blue Flame Hellions coming up first. He's going to go check out the natural. Just creep tumors all over the place for the time being. Hawk is actually doing a much better job with those creep tumors than he did at the beginning of this series, waking up a little bit perhaps, realizing that $100 is on the line and his chance to keep coming back and facing new challengers. He actually needs to win this game and 1 more if he wants to come back after MLG Raleigh. Spades really just needs to do some damage with these Blue Flame Hellions and build upon an advantage if he wants to come back after Raleigh and win himself $100. Back inside the natural, nothing crazy. I thought he might start to do a bunker line. Instead, he's only got a supply depot and a bunker with 4 Marines inside. Not too bad. These Zerglings, of course, aren't going to be able to do anything to that. Lots of roaches actually up now for Hawk, taking out the destructible rocks at the gold base. Back inside his main, he does not have a macro hatch. He needs that 3rd base first, of course. A horse, of course. 5 Hellions, actually 6 Hellions, excuse me, surviving here by the Xel'Naga Tower. Let's see if they ever get mobilized again. He is moving around the right side of this giant hole in the middle of Xel'Naga Caverns. Never really understood all that lightning down there in the pit. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but these roaches easily in position to defend against that. They don't have their roach speed yet, as the lair is only about halfway done. Melee attacks level 1 coming up now, which is interesting since he did actually opt for roaches this time around. No Baneling Nest or anything like that. I do expect to see a Spire once again after the lair finishes. Maybe he'll trick me a little bit and go for Infestors this time. We did see 2 Infestors earlier tonight, but they never actually got in the fight. They were basically useless by the time they were out, so let's see if Hawk is going to make use of them. There is a Baneling Nest coming up now. Looks like Mutilating Baneling with a smattering of roaches will be the ticket for Hawk today. The lair's done. Still no roach speed started yet. 2 more barracks being added on for Spades. I think he really likes tanks and Marines. Would you guys agree with that? Glial Reconstitution for Hawk, that roach speed upgrade. 2 more hatcheries. 1 is at the gold, 1 is a macro hatch. Here at the natural, we've got more destructible rocks being taken out here between the 2nd and 3rd, normal 3rd base location. 6 Hellions back in the fray. It looks like Hawk was ready for it with the roaches at this base, but over at his natural, he's really only got 1 Spinecrawler and a Queen. He was banking. Oh, look at that good feign. He was banking on the roaches actually moving around. Oh no, there's a drop coming on. Oh man, an Octo drop actually in the main, taking out a Queen and a couple of drones. These Hellions coming in to the natural here in just a moment, but it looks like a contingent of roaches were there to stop that at least. He's not really focusing anything with these Marines. Not going to be able to take out that spawning pool before the roaches show up. He will just pick up those 6 remaining Marines and head on out of there. The Hellions really have not had a chance to do anything yet this game. 3 kills total on 5 Hellions. That is not a good sight, but we do have lots of tanks and Marines coming up now for Spades. Still more in the production tab. 1 Marauder. He has a Marauder in production. That's the first time I've seen a unit like that in the last 2 weeks of the V. Destructible rocks being taken down now at the gold. Creep tumor almost close enough to prevent that command center from actually landing. Scan goes down though, and the creep tumors will be cleaned up. Spades keeping himself in this game. He's actually ahead in supply, but Hawk's soon going to have that macro advantage. He does have less harvesters than Spades, but he's on 3 bases now with that macro hatch. Baneling speed about to be finished. Melee attacks level 2 just started. 2 Spires in production. That's right. The double Spire, ladies and gentlemen. That can only mean one thing, that he built 2 Spires on accident. But we do have 6 Marines being dropped in the main once again. Where is that 2nd Spire, and how is he even screwing up that bad? He's got 1 by the natural, 1 behind the main. he must be a little distracted. If he's not doing flyer attacks and flyer carapace upgrades at the same time, then it was totally a mistake. But here we go. Oh, Ling's finding a free gift here. 4 Marines and a siege tank just being gifted. 2 Marauders. They don't even have concussive shells. That's just crazy. But 6 Marines running back in here. Probably going to be able to pick off this queen without too much problem. 1 medevac healing a Marine can take the DPS pretty easily. Overlord goes down. That actually supply blocks Hawk. That's actually the first time that's happened in this series. It looks like he's moving up the left side here of the big hole in the middle of the map. He's going to siege up, but it's going to be a little too late. Hawk already in position with all his roaches hugging those tanks. Looks like he's going to take out at least 2 of them, but the siege tanks and the Marines come up from behind, chase away those roaches, and now Hawk looks like he doesn't really have a ton of stuff to fight this off with. He's morphing a ton of banelings and getting those mutalisks in position. Now he's going to lose this gold base, just sacrificing it. He's going to actually build that 3rd base, and the macro hatch is finished, so he's building tons and tons of lings and banelings. This could be Hawk's last hope here. What is going on? His whole mineral line got pulled there from the gold into the main. He can go ahead and keep mining from his natural, but wow, Hawk got in position and didn't actually have to use anything. He brought in the mutalisk to the gold base instead, killing off mass SCVs and turrets. Oh my goodness. Spades, you need some medevacs, bro. 1 Baneling would take out all of these Marines. He's got the +1 melee upgrades as well, so it just makes him do even more damage against those Marines. Hellions moving into the back. Doesn't really seem to be much defense back here. He's got 2 queens and a spine crawler, but look at all that charred death going on. Looks like maybe 6 or 7 drones there total got torched. Units killed so far. 11 workers killed for Spades. 6 killed for Mr. Vile.Hawk. Supply. Spades is still ahead. Harvester count. Spades is still ahead. Hawk is perhaps going all in here. I don't know if he's going to be able to recover if he loses this army. A little bit surprised he's actually taking this gamble. He's going to try and kill off these SCVs and all these supply depots so he can open a hole into the natural. There are several Marauders still hanging out here without concussive shells. It's just puzzling me, but there were roaches in that mixture, so it's not like a total loss. And the siege tanks, you know, are kind of fragile sometimes when there's a large number of mutalisks flying around, but usually you just stick to the Marine tank with maybe a couple of Hellions, a couple of Thors. No Thors yet for Spades. He's going to keep doing the Tank Marine Marauder combination. He's still ahead on supply, so I can't really blame him. Banelings can equalize that pretty darn fast, though. This Planetary Fortress at the gold, no kills yet, but it could come into play here very soon. We've got 10 Mutalisks looking for a soft spot. They're going to find 1 Marine and back out. Spades still just kind of moving around here. He needs some more medevacs. I would like to see more medevacs for Spades. He's not building any right now. He does have an idle starport and a ton of money. Oh my god. 2,500 minerals and 1,200 gas for Spades. He's actually supply blocked, so he's just building depots and tanks right now. Oh my goodness, I can't believe he has this much supply. But here we go. It looks like actually the Zerg Shredder getting into position. That's what I like to call that Baneling Ling Mutalisk composition, the Zerg Shredder, because it just runs A moves all the way through this giant mass of flesh and tanks. Here you see it just lying in wait. He's got quite a few Mutalisks, quite a few Banelings, Speedlings, of course, to tank some damage and bait those siege tank blasts. Spades already in position, though, moving up to this 3rd base with a contingent. Hawk is going to have to react to this somehow. Mutalisk trying to pick off some freebies in the back. Not going to actually manage to take anything. Hawk going a long way around through that destructible rock opening. It probably will be able to kill off everything Spades sent over here, but now Spades moving up north. This contingent of Marines also very prone to a Baneling blast. I'm not sure what's going on there, but Hawk's still maintaining. Managed to save that hatchery. Spades probably will be able to take out this hatchery. What are his upgrades looking like? 0-0 still, kind of surprising there. No engineering bay from Spades, or no engineering bay upgrades at least. He's still just building mass bio. He is maxed right now, including this production here. Pathogen glands being researched for Hawk. Here we go. Speedling's actually running in. Kind of a bad decision. There's a planetary fortress right here, and he just did not have enough units to take it from 100 to 0, so he can't really commit to that. Lots of Speedlings and Banelings looping around from the top now. He is going to score some free Marine kills, free tank kills in the front. The Mutalisks really need to be careful so they don't all get blasted down. Banelings still rolling in. Spades doing as good of a job as he can, spreading all these Marines in the back, and actually wards a retreat out of Vile.Hawk. Interesting stuff here. No upgrades on the tanks or the Marines, aside from your very typical combat shield and stim pack. The Mutalisks are sitting at 0-0. Usually does get a +1 flyer attack. It's kind of surprising as well. Melee at 2-1 now. Very, very good. Roaches at 0-1, of course. They share that armor upgrade. And 4 Infestors. I believe I just saw 7 Infestors. Yeah, here comes the first wave already. They do have their Pathogen Gland upgrade already, so they can start fungling right away. Oh, all the tanks move up first. That is just a gift for Vile.Hawk. 1 tank for 1 Mutalisk. Not too bad of a trade, though. Spades still should be fine. He's going to be back up to max in just a moment. Armory going up and 3 command centers being built. Is he just going to start dropping mules all over the place now that he's at max? It is actually a viable strategy, as crazy as it sounds. Extractor goes down, siege tanks in position on the ramp, lots of Marines moving forward. Let's see how Hawk is going to be able to do here against these tanks and Marines. Zergling's going to get eaten alive by the siege tank blasts. But where are all these infestors? Here we have 7 infestors with lots of energy for fungals. Here's another one up here, 8 infestors total. Drones are going to have to be pulled, and this hatch is going to go down. Hawk really, really wants a 3rd base. He doesn't like Spades having 3 bases and him only having 2. Obviously, a Zerg player wants to have more bases than a Terran opponent. Here comes that 4th base coming up now. The 3rd base isn't even saturated. He's only mining really from that 2nd base for the time being. A gift of Marauders there. Good fungal and Zergling surround. He is trying to max as fast as he can, but he's still pretty much limited by his Vespene gas at the moment. Spades still has a ton of money. He could just start blasting out units. Upgrades have finally started rolling. Good to see that. The armory is done, so he could get some vehicle weapons as well, but he's just saving some money so he can rebuild big fungals, kill a lot of SCVs there. That actually just freed up a bunch of supply now, though, for Spades to start building more stuff. He's got plenty of money available to do it. Neural Parasite coming up now. 2 more infestors being built. The thing about infestors is they are super duper good with these fungals. Let's just look at all these marine health bars. 1 more fungal will take out all of them. Look at that, equalizing the army values very, very quickly there. Now the bulk of Spade's supply is tied up in production. He's getting +2 weapons and +1 weapons, +1 armor, rolling all sorts of upgrades with that excess money. But now he's going to be mineral blocked here soon. He's going to need to take a 4th base, and there it is on the right side of the map, just dropping mules all over the place. This game is actually pretty crazy so far. These infestors really going to have to start making a big difference. Rolling up to that 4th base, obviously doesn't want to reveal it, but I don't think he's going to be able to help himself here soon. Yeah, he doesn't know about that 4th base. Hawk has not tried to rebuild this 3rd base, but he does still have this macro hatch helping out. Lots of infestors, lots of speedlings. Hasn't rebuilt really any banelings, which is kind of interesting. Fungal baneling combination can be very, very strong. Looks like he's still sinking most of his money into infestors, but once you reach too many infestors, it can be very difficult to actually mount an offense. There goes another big pack of Marines and Marauders getting just absolutely slaughtered. No Ghost Academy. That is a valid point from the chat. No Ghost Academy for Spades. EMPs will be monstrous against these infestors. That's so much wasted supply if these guys can't cast any fungals or infested Terrans or anything. That's just going to be huge. Neural Parasite now finished. Let's see if Hawk is going to be able to turn the tide against some siege tanks or something like that. A couple of Marines did find this base, it looks like. The bulk of the army moving off to the left side. Infestors still just scuttling around on their own in a big pack. Imagine siege tanks getting some free blasts on this pack of infestors. That would be so horrible for Vile.Hawk. Planetary Fortress getting some quick kills there against some speedlings. Here we go. It looks like Hawk is making his move. Neural Parasiting 3 tanks very quickly. The infestors are actually surviving pretty well, dropping fungals in the back. Siege tanks doing some splash damage as well, dropping those infested swarm eggs in the back to try and save some time. But whoa, did Spades actually mow through all those infestors from the top with just a couple of Marines? I think all those infestors actually did go down. He's only got 5 left. Here are 2 of them, and they are going to get picked off very quickly. Hawk, that engagement could not have gone much worse for you, losing your entire fighting force. 1 more fungal there would be so beautiful on those Marines, but Spades does have enough medevacs, and now he's got an 80 supply lead to boot. Oh, Hero Infestor trying to move in. Of course, he's not going to survive, and now Spades is beginning the roll, the death march, and the Hawk knows that it's over. He was unable to keep that 3rd base up, and there is the GG from Vile.Hawk. We have a new champion now, Rain Spades from Team Rain. Congratulations, winning the series 4 games to 2. Thank you very much to the 390 live viewers that we have. If you're watching the VODs on YouTube or Justin TV, thanks a lot as well. I'm AskJoshy once again. You can see my stuff on Twitter.com, Facebook.com, and YouTube.com/AskJoshy. The V will return after MLG Raleigh on Sunday, sometime on Sunday. Keep watching ComplexityGaming.com and TeamLiquid.net for that announcement. Congratulations again to Spades, and thank you very much for Hawk for playing the last 3 weeks. Thanks for all the viewers, and have a wonderful, terrific night. I'll see you guys soon.